All right, we are back. This is game 3, round 1, game 3 between Ape and Ismith Lobsters. Series is tied 1-1. Aiden, how are we feeling?
Game 1, Lobsters threw in their finest cheese at the Apes. Apes did not like it one bit. They stood up, they fought back hard, and it's great to see that the Apes really, shaped up that quickly. I think we're going to see this go the full 4 games.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm also kind of excited because, the Lobsters won the first match on Tangerine, but this is their second pick and there's water on this map. And Airbos Lakes is another kind of technical map. Angels Crossing is another technical map that's in the pool where there's a lot of freedom, where you have water, you have geos, there's reclaim. It's a big enough map that you can get away with like a greedy tech, or you can also punish with like a strong air open. So I'm stoked for this. I'm actually really excited to see what both teams have planned. In terms of openings, Polly and Aiden, do you guys have a preference for this? Do you kind of like the no air 1C, 4 ground open? Do you like the, 2 front, or like 3 ground, 1C, 1 air open? Or what do you guys think is like your preferences for this?
I think throughout the whole tournament, I think the highlight unit is going to be the Shuriken.
Yeah.
Teams just cannot go without the power and flexibility of the Cortex Air technology. On this map specifically, we're definitely going to see 1C player. We're probably going to see an air player, but really what teams will need to figure out is how to handle the land.
Yeah.
Typically, this map's played with more players, and I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ways, probably more ways in which land units can attack and infiltrate bases.
Yeah.
We're probably going to see a lot of rushes on this map, quite honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because if you do like the 2 land, like if Rompy and Admiral go land and Cheetah goes land, and then Nier goes water and Jagamu goes air, it's actually really hard because Cheetah is going to end up 1v2 on the front here. Right. And so if they're fighting like this, it's definitely a bit harder. So if Jagamu goes land, then it ends up there, but then you don't have a land player. So I feel like I've seen every combination of starts on this map, and I think that's one of the reasons why it's such a technical map. So I'm stoked to see. All right, and Ape blue team is on the west, and Ismith Lobsters, the red team, is on the right. And I don't see any sneaky co-op action, right?
Not this time.
Wow, Nier getting in the water incredibly quick. Is Outlaw's opting for a wind economy. That's interesting.
Now, I think the math works out. Correct me if I'm wrong, Polly. That title is a little bit better, but if we're starting right next to all 3 of these mexes, wind is just easier to get out.
Yeah, go ahead.
The wind's going to be more convenient, but if we think about it like you're in terms of metal investments, Cortex wind is going to be more metal expensive than arm wind, right? So he's taking a hit there just on efficiency. If he goes title, it's going to be constant energy income, which I think is the safer bet. It's really going to depend on what the wind feels like today, if it's going to stay high or low, if this is going to work out for Outlaw.
Yeah, the other thing that I was just looking at that I didn't realize is that wins are like 1680 BP and titles are 2100. So those titles are going to just come out much faster, even though they're more M intensive, which means that he was able to get his lab out sooner and he's going to have units sooner. So I'm curious if Nier can actually challenge Outlaw Elite. Oh, they see it. We've got a flying comm. And they're pinging it. They know Rompy is in the air. Where's he headed?
Hold on a second. I thought apes couldn't fly.
They've got their wings. Wait, Outlaw. Outlaw's going to the island. Rompy is going to hold here. Oddly enough. Okay. Normally the naval players are going to contest island. Why is Rompy here?
I actually kind of like that play. We've we probably already recognize that Blossom is the solo player in this top part of the map. So if Rompy can secure a foothold here, they'll just make a much easier staging ground to push ground forces from.
Yeah, it
You
is.
know,
Go ahead.
he didn't actually open a lab, so he's doing that there, which is going to be a super strong
Good
foot
point.
for them.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's such a risky forward lab though, like totally isolated. I feel like if he does have 2 LLTs, but if Outlaw just calm walks it from the bottom, I think he can degun it, right?
Oh my goodness, Outlaw's trans just got shot out of the sky.
Oh, he's on the island. Wait, he hasn't taken the mexes yet. He's taking C mexes now.
I don't know. They don't technically have vision of Rompy right now. I think this might be just bad pathing from Outlaw. They might be surprised by this forward lamb.
Yeah, you're right. They don't see it. And normally, I feel like the person in Rolex position spawns a little bit forward and they're kind of like contesting this. He's so far back that you're right. They have not seen this yet. Rompy might be able to just kind of, I won't say cheat. Oh, here it is. Do they see it now? No, they still don't. Oh, but the blitz are coming. He pings it. He's like, oh, there's a transport here. Wait, there's LLTs here. They don't see the lab yet, though. They ran away too quick. He should see it with fighters if he scouts it, but he still doesn't see it. They still don't know. Oh, no.
That is going to be devastating if Rompy gets that base fully developed.
Yeah, if he's set up there and he can just flow units in, it feels like it's almost over. In the same regard, though, like, Teener doesn't have anyone on bottom that he's fighting. I feel like he can just push in and go punish. I'm curious what he's waiting for.
Outlaw's trying to take on Near in the sea, but unfortunately doesn't have any submarine warfare, so his frigates aren't just able to deal with that. If he could run past it, he might be able to deal some damage to his eco, but it just doesn't look like it's happening yet.
Yeah, man, that is brutal. Is he getting... Oh, he's got a destroyer out now, so at least he can fight it there. And they're trying to push Cheetah. Skyfire is just walking at him, and Teener could slip these blitz and everything else. And although Cheetah has LLTs, so I don't know if he really punishes. Oh, and there's a Shuri. Yep.
Yeah, Shuris are going to lock this down. No problem.
Yeah, and there's no... It looks like fighter counts are pretty equal, right? So it's not like anyone has real air superiority. Oh, and Rompy has announced his presence. He's like, hey, guys. You guys like Janice? I like Janice.
Oh, yeah, we like that, Janice. Look at those juicy shots.
Oh, no. They might kill each other, though. These blitz are just running in at him. Those are so low. He still gets them. That is terrifying, actually. Cheetah's going to have to hold 1v2, but I feel like if Cheetah can hold 1v2, Rompy's going to have essentially free reign to just raid eco. Skyfire is walking, but there's multiple Janus here. I think it's always risky to try to calm walk when there's a lot of Janus.
Outlaw looks like he's trying to cut off the sea choke from the APE team, but the problem is Rompy already has his forward base up there, so his reinforcements are going to come straight from that hill. That's the problem with C on this. You can cut off those chokes, but whenever you have a forward base like that, it's irrelevant now.
Yeah, no, you're completely right, and he's actually pulling them back now to try to like fight Ape on this side. But Admiral is like, hey, you've got an opening on this? Let me spill units through. And this is really... Oh, God. Blossom's Calm is getting chipped and Janist. Baron is about to start yelling.
Looks like Blossom's commander is in trouble in the north.
Yeah, I think he just dies here, right? There's no... Yeah. Oh, boy. Outlaw seems like... Is he winning C now? I think with the Destroyer, he just wins C.
He might be able to win C, but is that going to be good enough?
Yeah, I don't know if it is. I don't think it is. And if you're looking at eco, right, it seems like there's an E and a metal advantage for apes. And with these grunts from Admiral coming in and just shredding all of Outlaw's energy, how is he going to build anything? Oh, and here we go. This is going to be the real fighter engagement, but it's what, 4 versus 3? Are these split? I think
yeah, they are a little split up.
Jagamu just kills all these Shuris and he's fine.
Yep.
And Cheetah is he's holding 1v2, so if they can't punish him, I think this could be a real short game. They need to be real careful. Rompy
The problem
broke
with that is it looks like Cheetah's holding the 1v2, but Teener's also capping mexes along the bottom side, and Cheetah's not able to contest it. He's putting all of his focus on holding that front.
Yeah, but Rompy killed Blossom, and he's running at his base now. This is a little scary. I mean, I don't know what he can build to really withstand this. It's a good combination of Stout, Brute, and Whistler.
Maybe a Beamer at the base, but at this point, I think it's too late. Just try and get Janus. Try and keep him alive as long as possible.
Outlaw in the sea is going for a risky play. I don't know if he's going to get caught by Nier, though. He's making a bold move to try to save his team.
This man can just not stop calm walking and calm bombing. They ping him. They're like, wait a minute. I mean, you have to respect it, right? He's like, well, the game's not looking good. Let's go walk in the enemy base and see what's going on.
He understands his objective. He must blow up in the enemy's face.
It's respectable, but dude, Rompy has just run over top, and he's going to start sweeping through. And Cheetah has held the 1v2 long enough that I think Rompy's damage is going to be dealt. But Outlaw, Outlaw. Oh, he goes down, but he does kill all of Rompy's energy. Oh, no, I stand corrected. Rompy still has E at this lab where he's building.
Teener has made a forward base to try to mimic Rompy's play, but it may be too late. And it also looks like Skyfire has redirected his forces and is looking for a flank to push through. These are Whistlers and Janus.
Yeah, these are all so slow though, right? I feel like if you're trying to do these flanks, like, where are the Blitz? Where are the Stouts? I mean, yeah,
exactly. By the time they're going to react to
what
it,
he's got in hand.
That's true.
Couple
That's
Janus
true.
shots hitting Jagamu. I mean, it takes 6 full volleys from Janus to kill Commander. So Jagamu's got to be careful.
Yeah, and Cheetah's responding to this as well. Cheetah split his forces really well, so he's holding both fronts. He says, "You want to try to take me in a ground battle, you Isthmith lobsters? Do you know where I live?" At the same time, Rompy, oh god, I don't think Rolex is going to get close enough. They don't have the E either. If you look at, like, everyone is just so E starved. He's not going to be able to cloak and D-gun, and Rompy switched over to more Stouts, and he's just running through these bases.
While all this is happening, it looks like Admiral's just taking up the T2, so they're just gaining further and further advantages.
I didn't even realize that he attacked that. I almost don't like it. I kind of feel like maybe he could have just, like, put more pressure on with Rompy, but it is the safe play, right? I mean, if Rompy's push stalls out, then it's fine. They can fall back on T2, but they've already lost a player, and the Lobsters, they call it. They say, you know what? We don't want to be on the receiving end of this anymore. And this is a map that they chose. And
a bit of a surprising result. I was anticipating C dominance from the Lobsters, but
I was too. So it's definitely, it's kind of interesting. And did you see Rompy got a cow? So shout out to our boy Rompy with the golden cow.
It was an excellent strategy, a bit of a risky one, but man, did it crush the Lobsters having that forward base unscouted for that long.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that they didn't see it, but I think maybe they're just not as used to it. And Rompy's base, or I forgot their air player's name, Rolex's base being so far back, I think was just like a little bit difficult. Cheetah, though, great work holding that 1v2. I mean, the Whistler damage efficiency, classic, right? Like 300 damage efficiency. So that sets our series 2-1 in favor of Apes. So we're going to game 4, which I think we can all be excited about. And
I'm so excited.
Yeah, like, this is awesome, right? So either the Apes clutch it, and now for all eternity they can just send really snide Discord comments or in-game comments about, you know, glitters versus straight, or the Lobsters rally back, they tie it, and then we're still left with the unknown of what is truly the superior pub map, glitters or straight. So we're going to see. It's all going to come down to game 4, and I am pumped.